Kani kedai batisi TV, bat pidang pet yaki kubor baman kasni, belawan Rashapi daga BDW International School Shillong, day boarding and daycare. Admissions open. Ringkat bat ka Orange Nissan Lumsopho near Fire Brigade Shillong.
Haka jing ekran bat kinong patai kubor haka khanreu terek mentau nailor arajar arpau. Unong aiktien jong kaliang persya, haka ying dorbar thawan ke jella, uzanet sangma nakasang kongres, ulat herting biang ya ke sorkar, halor ke jing teko terekam ke Meghalaya Energy Corporation Limited, haki babon kiliang. Haka negasngi uzanet sangma ulat kentho biang halor ke jing kaliang ke sorkar jella, yu officer ban CMD ya ke kerdan Chairman kam Managing Director jong ke Meghalaya Energy Corporation Limited. Daw Arun Kumar Kembhavi IAS, haka jaka jong ke kong Nikla MCS. Da ke baong, baka ni ke jingle jong ke sarkar kampat biang. Namar uniu officer bamentaru udai bampat slam haka kam. Namar ya kani ke kerdan, day ban bat bat deki officer, kibala bat ya ke kerdan, additional chief secretary, lane chief secretary. Kumba julong hakisnem kibala lain. Haka ni ke sengi uzenit sangma ula kenuaru, pa menteri rangba kani ke jella, u Konrad Kongkal sangma, ula sengap jar-jar halor ke jing teko, penyak kam, bat ke jingjor ki kam bamsap haka Meghalaya Energy Corporation Limited. Namar menta lajan sibnai baka kongres, kala kentho halor kani kapang, penban ke sorkar, kam syam la ai kanu ke jubab, kam tam haka beidei, bat ke mentedu Leshka Hydel Electric Project. Haka baka sorkar kalaha benduk nong palat sepak kror, tang haka ni ke sisnam.
If you recall, on the 18th of August like this, wherein I have shared with the media friends about the mismanagement and lots of corrupt practices found in the emission. After almost a 1 month gap, if you recall, I demanded the quick response on the allegation made by me from the Chief Minister. But if I am not mistaken, till date, the Honorable Chief Minister has not responded to the allegations made by me based on facts and figures. Neither the Minister in charge power had responded to. Today, what we could see, after it was exposed about the mismanagement of the entire organization in the MeECL, and that was probably due to the lack of experience and lack of knowledge about the management and the technicality of the company by the leadership, that is the chairman and the managing director. Because very junior officer has been met or appointed the CMD of the company. So it implies that due to lack of experience and knowledge, there has been lots of mess in the organization that is MeECL. Now again, just as an IWAS, the government has changed the CMD, replacing the earlier CMD, who is very junior because she was at the rank of joint secretary only. Now replacing her, another junior officer has been appointed as chairman and the managing director of MeECL. That is in the rank of additional secretary. One named by Arun Kembhavi, an IS officer who has been additional secretary to the government of Meghalaya, has been met the CMD. How does it help? What is the logic behind? After replacing a junior officer, another junior officer has been appointed. Because it was very clear, I was not against any individual. I am not against any individual or any officer, but then just in the interest of the people of the state, in the larger interest as a whole, we have been as constructive opposition leaders, pointing out at the loopholes in the governance, in the management of certain sector in the government, just to draw the attention of the government so that the loopholes or the mistakes made by the government can be rectified. Now, after replacing one junior officer, another junior officer has been brought. How does it help? What is the logic behind? So, it has made me convinced to think that this is nothing but then just to be able to pressurize the officer to work at the behest of the people in power, the political bosses in the government. This kind of practice is being done. I have enough reason to doubt on that. As we have been reiterating that earlier, not below the rank of principal secretary or additional chief secretary or the chief secretary used to be the CMD of the MeECL. But now this present government of the day has created precedents wherein any Tom and Dick or Harry can become the CMD, who has been working on the top of the tower, 132 kV tower line, got accident and succumbed to the injuries. And on inquiry, I was told that this person, the victim, is the employee of the MeECL. But then the work being carried out where the person has become the victim was working under AMC, that is Annual Management Contract. Now question arises, how an employee from the MeECL can be engaged by the contractor for executing his contract works? All these small things, although it's very important, it's a question of life and death. The life of the precious lives are being lost, and I'm telling you, on regular basis, one person is dying of accident every month. It's very dangerous. All these are related with the management of the company. And very interestingly, the present CMD, Arun Kembhavi, IAS, is also the Director of Corporate Affairs, like before only. He is also the Additional Secretary of Mining and Geology. He is also the Commissioner of Taxes. On one hand, he is very junior officer, and on the other hand, he has been given lots of responsibility, making him overburdened with responsibilities. How can humanly it will be possible to give justice to his responsibilities? So, as responsible party and the leader of the state, we express our discontentment about the affairs of the MeECL and the government's attitude after repeatedly all these issues has been flagged before the government is giving deaf ear. And if you recall, last time in my press conference, I have mentioned about some of the missions under Umiam hydroelectric project. There are stage 3, stage 4 under Umiam hydroelectric project. Stage 3 is also generating 2 machines. Each machine is generating 30 megawatt. Even stage 4 is also having 2 machines generating 30 megawatts by each machine. So out of this, I allege that 2 machines were not working, thereby incurring the loss of more than 100 crores for last 1 year, because for last 1 year they have not rectified it, they have not bothered to rectify it also, thereby making more than 10 crores lost every month. So in a year it is more than 100 crores. But I think that in the media it quoted wrongly, more than 1,000 crores it was quoted. In certain print media I saw more than 100 crores, but in certain media it was quoted more than 1,000 crores. If you verify, my statement was more than 100 crores. Arithmetic is there. If it is more than 10 crores in 1 month, that means in 1 year, 12 months, it will be crossing 100 crores. Now, after this fault has been brought to the light, some of the officers were engaged and they could rectify the stage 3 without incurring any expenditure. Very funny thing. Very interesting. Now, stage 3, that machine, which was not generating for about a year, is now generating. Why then the management was sleeping for more than 1 year? By incurring a loss of more than 10 crores every month. So these are the few things wherein we should, it is very, very serious thing we should understand also. Now, on the 21st of July, another mission from the Leska hydropower project has become out of order. It is also making a loss of 25 lakhs every day. That's a big amount. Every day 25 lakhs. Now the employees are not getting salary till date, which was never happened. So there are lots of irregularities in the MeECL.